has the final say in what they become. You could take the parents, and I'm not there in the household, but I use us as an example. You could take a mom and dad that provide a nurturing environment where expectations are known and the kids still go astray.
And that
You understand what I'm
that
saying?
is correct.
And the parents, I know because we did, we'll beat ourselves up and say, where did I go wrong?
Right.
You didn't go wrong. The outcome relies in the child because my daddy was an alcoholic, wife abuser, child abuser, you know what I'm saying? Where every lady's hat was his home. I could have easily duplicated that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said I wanted to be something more.
Yeah.
I said he was my shining example of what a man should not do.
Exactly.
So when I would do things, and I wasn't perfect, when I would do things like he was doing, I said, well, wait a minute now.
Yeah,
You're starting to become your daddy.
Yeah.
So automatically, hey, go to that different extreme.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I totally agree, and
you do, mama, for real.
yeah, I do
Okay,
agree, but the thing is, a child, how they see themselves is a combination of their environment and the society, the social mirror.
Right.
Because you could be home telling Johnny he's smart, but he looks on TV and he sees somebody like himself, always going to jail, always getting shot. He goes to school, the teacher telling him he's not smart. You know, so it's a combination of things.
Right.
And that's when what you say, more parenting needs to get involved.
Because
Cut
the
that television
parent
off.
Need to be home
Exactly.
saying, Johnny, you're smart.
Right.
The teacher said that, don't listen to that. Because I remember, my daughter when she was 9, she was in school and these black kids were telling her she's a nerd, and I said, look, tell them, okay?
Yeah.
Because so you have, but you have to have that relationship. So the child feel free to come home and let you know what's happening.
Right.
So then you could counteract that. Because sometimes children are at home with mom and dad, but they feel like they're alone.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because they come home, they're in their room watching TV, mom and dad in their room, or what, So just being in a household that is a house is not a home.
Right.
The child has to feel like they're a part of it. And that's why kids get in gangs, right?
Yeah.
That is
Because a
so
lot of
true.
them have mom and dad at home.
No
and they're,
communication.
Oh, how come I give him this and I give him that? But what he means is time.
I
Yes.
agree.
You know,
I agree.
so that's
So let me ask you now, and then we're going to go back and ask you to introduce yourself to our audience and stuff. But as an educator, why is it that we as melanated people feel shame to admit that we got some type of intellect? For example, you said your daughter said, oh, she was a nerd. I used to get accused of being a nerd too. Then I said, I don't want to study anymore. You see what I'm saying? So why is it that we feel awkward when somebody gives us a compliment indirectly saying, oh, you're a nerd, or you're...
But I don't think that's really a compliment, because for some reason it appears that a lot of us feel like there are some things in the world for them and there's something for us. Because you even have black kids, you're speaking probably say, oh, you're acting white.
You're talking white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Our children used to hear that a lot.
Exactly. My daughter heard that too. If you're traveling, oh, you're a white woman now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole thing about...
We're not supposed to travel, right?
Exactly, about not living well.
Right.
I think that
Yeah.
all comes from that slave mentality.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to stay poor when you die. You're going to get a reward in heaven.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
that hurts.
So
that
all
hurts
these all these issues.
What did you just say? I heard it, but
She's
yes.
educated. She slid that in. They're going to have to rewind that in here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to say that.
They might be
again.
mad at us,
Yeah.
but hey, we didn't tell you to say it.
No, but I'm
She
just,
slid that in.
no, but I'm just
Go ahead,
saying,
sis.
We hear that a lot too.
This whole issue of staying poor, praying,
That's honorable.
and when you die, you're gonna get honey and milk.
Right.
Yes.
While other people living in heaven right here on earth.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So brainwashing is,
It's something else, yes.
Wash our brain.
I used to be on the phone quite a bit in America, and I would be talking to clientele, and they would always ask me, what are you? I didn't know whether that was a compliment or to take it as an offensive. I always laugh and say, well, what do you think I am? Well, maybe you're a brother. Exactly, I am. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why. I mean, that was the language that we were taught, growing. I ain't gonna say that's our birth language. That's the language we was taught. You know what I'm saying?
And we weren't even taught the language, That's why we're speaking Ebonics and Patois, right?
Thank you.
Exactly.
Because we had to struggle to learn.
Exactly.
And a lot of, even me with a master's, I still think, because English is not my original language, so a lot of times I still have problem with English.
Exactly.
That's not my original
Exactly.
language,
And that's why I vouch it up sometimes. And people say, "Oh, you mispronounced that." Who cares?
Yeah.
It's a colonizer's
They
language.
didn't
Yeah.
even teach it,
Thank
to
you.
us.
You know what I'm saying? But
I get that a lot too from YouTube. They always say, "Well, Sweet Juicy Mama not saying that right,"
Yeah,
or
but who
whatever.
cares?
I'm like, who
Who
cares?
cares? You know what I'm saying?
We had to
I'm here in
survive.
Africa.
Yeah.
Huh?
Thank you. We're not writing a thesis.
And we had to survive, right? We're really ingenious to create
Thank you.
Yes.
a language to communicate.
Right.
So-
And African languages are so expressive. You know what I'm saying? We can express things, and colonizers' language
Yes.
is so limited.
Exactly.
Like English is really a dummy's language. You see what I'm saying? It's a dummy language
Yeah.
because there are certain things that you cannot express. So the English language goes and takes something from another language
Yeah,
and
it's a
says,
combination.
"This is now
Exactly.
English."
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So if it was expressive,
They snatch from people.
snatch from people. You know what I'm saying?
It means so many different things.
Yeah,
One word can mean so much.
But it's a dummy language because
Yes.
it's not too expressive, and it has to snatch from different other cultures and
To
incorporate
make it
into English and stuff.
exactly.
You see what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, yes.
So, anyway, okay, would you please introduce to the Bag family yourself and tell them a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind?
Oh, sure.
Since
So,
we have less time now,
Okay.
we can talk.
You
Okay.
have less time?
I have to pick somebody to.
Okay, after this,
Okay.
then,
Yeah.
so my name is Daseta Gray. Oh, my name is Daseta Gray. I'm originally from Jamaica.
Oh, I didn't
and
see it.
I'm visiting in the Gambia. I'm an educator. I'm a certified infant toddler specialist. And I'm here working on a project because the research shows that the brain grows the most from 0 to 3 years old. By the time you're 3, your brain is actually 95% the size of the adult brain. And that's really the learning curve. So, we're hoping that our people will start using science to get better child outcomes.
Yes.
Because everyone else is doing it, talking about brain development. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm a trainer also. And today I decided to come visit the Bag family because
Thank
I've always been watching them.
thank
So
you.
I'll be
Thank
here
you.
for a few more weeks. So I'm
Thank
sure
you.
I'll come back another time.
Okay, yeah. So thank you. Now, are you a YouTuber or?
No, I'm not a YouTuber.
Okay.
I'm not a YouTuber as
Okay.
yet, but I've been working on some videos.
Okay.
So eventually I'm gonna be a YouTuber. But
Okay,
it's gonna be on
great.
educational YouTube.
All right.
Do you have anything like where they can find you?
If somebody
or
wants to reach you because you're an educator and
Oh
you're coming
yeah,
to the Gambia.
oh yeah. We have a website, sabree.educationservices.net.
One more time.
SABREE educationservices.net.
.net.
Yes, it
Y'all got
shows the different activities that we do.
So can
Okay.
you tell
We
us
do classes.
Oh, okay, go
We
ahead.
do classes on moms and babies, focus on pregnant moms and 0 to 3. And we do training, staff development. We do consulting, technical assistance, help to set up childcare programs. And we want to do some childcare centers here because quality care is very important. If we're going to have a continent that we want, we have to start with the babies, teaching them how to think, how to problem solve, and how to love self. So we need to be teaching Pan-Africanism the minute you come out the womb.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I am cognizant that you say you on the time clock. Now, when you're saying daycare centers, are you talking about one or different locations?
No, I would like to have different locations.
Because I would like to dedicate you a location out here. How much land do you need?
Okay.
Oh, we'll talk about that when the camera stops.
exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry about that then.
Exactly,
All right.
yeah.
Okay, these are gardeners and stuff. Now, mommy, if you
ladies
want some
guy.
of that, it's
What are these?
Beets.
beets,
Onions.
like beet juice, and onions.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
so if you
great.
want to grab a bag full,
Sure, I'll take
Okay.
a
Yeah,
Lobo, ano yun, hindi ka dyan.
huh?
Yeah, the
Okay,
cows.
then.
I have a little bag here.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well,
Okay, go ahead, go shopping. Whatever you choose. Let her. I don't know what you want.
Here, you have to take your bag.
All right.
I don't. You eat
You just
beets?
go ahead and put in what you like now.
Yeah, I'll just drink the beet. I like beet juice.
You like beet juice?
Yes, take as much as you
How
want.
you make your beet juice?
So
He trying to mess with
No,
me.
'cause
I got some beets at the house and I ain't made his
Thank
juice,
you.
guys.
All them beats out there, right?
I don't know. You want more?
That's on you now.
It's on you.
Yeah, I think I'll
Give her
put
some
a
more.
little more. Yeah, because I'm alone.
Uncle, you
Yeah.
want
You
some?
want some?
Uncle, you want some?
Yeah, put
Yeah, put
Oh,
some
no,
on.
this is for mommy. No, do you want some?
Yeah, I want
There's
some.
more still in the
We have
car.
another bag.
Yeah, another bag there.
One
Let me
bit.
find
Okay.
another bag then right quick.
No onions.
A few.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we do seafood some of that.
So she got onions. I'm gonna give you all these here.
Exactly.
Scary dog.
And
Feed
then
the dog
people are
every
talking
day.
about you in the.
They're so pretty.
She
Yes.
say you're so pretty, guys.
That's nice.
Yeah, nothing like black skin.
I don't know if that's big enough, bro.
Yeah, look. Yeah, that's enough, yeah. How's the sabbath?
Yeah, you know, I think one of the things about being here,
In the Gambia.
yeah, it's just so
I
peaceful.
think I didn't have a small.
We're
of
peaceful
those.
people.
I don't have to.
Yeah, boy, yeah, boy,
the right one.
Okay, I let her.
That's right.
Right?
Is it like that in Jamaica? I don't hear too much about Jamaica other than what the media tells us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
it's
going.
just like
I'm not going out.
That's because, is that because of outside influences or is it something else?
Because they bring a lot of guns there and give
Really?
give them.
Wow.
All right. Thanks, ladies.
All right, thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you, ladies.
Tell Patty I have her shirt, but
Yeah,
it
you have
doesn't say that.
hardworking people.
Don't
They
play
are
with
hardworking
me.
people.
We
Yes.
don't have that on it.
Yeah, the Jolas.
Yeah, they are hardworking.
Yeah.
That's hers.
Come on, Inday.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And they want a new shirt. That's her shirt.
Yeah, get up to her.
I open it for her.
Oh my God.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, ladies.
All right. But yes,
Yeah, it's so
That's what she
peaceful.
wanted, right?
yes.
It's so peaceful.
Oh, she don't want your shirt.
You know, I was saying I go to the code office all the time. You know, Council of African Descendants. I go to the office all the
Oh,
time.
you go to that?
Yeah, I'm
Do
a
we need to
member.
stop the camera?
No, but I was just gonna. No, the thing is, I was just gonna say that when you go there and meet these diasporans, like they're so happy.
Where's this at?
The code, the
Code
Council of African Descendants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
But
okay.
I was just mentioning that because I was there on Friday and I was saying to some people that came, they came a week ago and I said, it's amazing how black people looking so happy, everybody's smiling.
That's
And when you
right.
meet them in New York or somewhere else, they're frowning. You know, so
The environment.
That is true.
environment-
Chicago,
Yeah, the environment just calms you down, lessen the anxiety.
it's relaxed
yeah, it's really
here.
amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing, you know.
So let me ask you, how since you've been here since January, that's a few months. How have you acclimated into it, the society or the culture? I mean, are you in culture shock any, or did you experience culture shock? Or you're like, hell, this ain't nothing. This is just like Jamaica.
Exactly.
For real.
Exactly.
She just
Yeah,
rolled
they
on
speak
in.
English, you know, so
Yeah.
whoever can, whenever, usually I meet someone that speaks English.
Okay.
And it's just like Jamaica, they play mostly reggae music.
That's right.
First I thought I was in Jamaica. It's
Yeah.
like everybody's playing reggae.
That's right.
Yeah, and people are very friendly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you go to the market, it's the same thing like in Jamaica.
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And you could get your Jamaican food here.
That's right. And a lot of people like to think they cook Jamaican food.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. They haven't tasted mine.
That's what I say. They like to think they make
Yeah,
Jamaican
they
food.
haven't tasted my cooking yet.
I haven't really
No.
found it yet.
Right. So
Yeah.
we've had a lot of Jamaican brothers and sisters come out here. Now, you won't be here, but we're gonna fire up this griller, so they're gonna cook us some jerk chicken and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So
It's gonna
we're
be
gonna
after
celebrate out
raining.
here and stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
after
Yeah,
Ramadan.
they're from
Exactly.
Jamaica by way of UK. Now they're here in the Gambia.
Yeah, most of the diasporans are through UK and
Right.
they're Jamaicans.
Yes.
We do have some Canadians and stuff.
Right. So let me ask you a couple of more questions. Then we're gonna go ahead and call it quits because I know y'all gotta go. What are some of the things you like best about the Gambia, and some of the things you don't necessarily like so much about the
So the
Gambia
thing I do not like is the internet issue.
that you do not like?
Right, because I
Yes.
do a lot of work on the internet and a lot
Right.
of times it's sporadic.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be like
It didn't
this.
used to.
Really?
It was
I think
fast.
It's the influx of us because when we
Yes.
first came, there weren't that many YouTubers. So
Right.
now it's like, man, it's like mushroom.
More cell
Alaikum
phones and
salam.
stuff like that. So
Miss
maybe
Caddy.
more-
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the fact that
So many clothes. I don't know what's going on.
I'm giving her shirt before they leave.
All right, Mom.
Now it doesn't say
Thank you.
Sweet Juicy Mama on it.
What does it say on the back?
Oh, open. I think it's don't play with me.
T-shirts. So she.
Now, if she want-
stole the shirt off the line.
That was the other. Now
Don't play with me.
this one is don't play with me. That's a large though.
Don't play with me. Kanan tuluna.
Now the other one says Team Sweet Daddy. I don't know if she,
This team, Sweet Daddy.
Sweet daddy, yeah.
but it's a medium. Hers is a large.
Ako
Couldn't believe that.
nindo. Nindo kako na team Sweet daddy na kebala kafo mall. Ito le.
I didn't know which one she wanted.
Sa nyumfula lafta jumala.
Now if she want,
Take this one.
she'll take that one. Okay, all right. Thank you, thank
Thank you,
you.
Mommy.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Abarka.
You know, I think what I like most about the Gambia is the freedom.
The freedom.
I could just walk as a person.
Exactly. You don't have to look
I don't
over
have
that
to look
show.
around and say, oh, wait a minute, I'm black.
Yeah.
I'm just living as a person. And it's very, and people are very welcoming. Welcome home, sister. If you go anywhere, sister. You know,
If you're in America, so when you walk, you scared.
Nobody could care who you are.
yeah, because it's very, you know.
Hostile.
Yeah,
It's a hostile
You
environment.
might get shot. You might get robbed. I don't know.
Exactly.
You know,
And I
you're
think
not.
one of
Yes,
the
you
sad
gotta.
thing is when you're in America,
fear
for
on you,
me,
you're not free.
if I'm in
Nope.
Harlem and I see a bunch of brothers, somehow I start, you know,
It's
getting
been
some
ingrained.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm here.
And it's sad.
It is
Yes.
sad, but I remember one day we went to Jambanjeli.
Jamba Jelly, yeah.
Where's it's all bush. Me and this taxi guy. We couldn't find where we were going, and he left me in the car. I said, "Oh, let me go ask these guys." And some guys were coming, and I'm like, we're just sitting there. You know, so I was like, can you imagine if this was America? I'd probably.
So what you're saying is you didn't experience the same anxiety that you did in America?
No, I didn't.
Because if you was in America, you probably would have been really
Yeah.
First
Afraid.
of all, I wouldn't be standing in a car alone.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
Ain't that something?
so racism really impacts your health,
It does.
your
It
mental
does.
health and
It-
your physical health. You know.
How does it feel to blend in? I mean, we blend in. They come up and start speaking wool off of Mandinka. They don't know.
Exactly. exactly. Especially when I have my African.
but look,
Exactly.
Yeah.
have you have any encounter with the police?
Yes. Several.
And how did it's not like
Even when we're coming, hi brother, how you doing? And then you look in, hi sister,
Welcome.
right.
welcome home, and they'll
Yeah.
see what it is.
Not the same.
They're very pleasant, and they don't carry guns.
Right.
They're very pleasant.
You wouldn't feel that way if you were home.
No. Once the police stop you, you're like, am I
That's
gonna,
it.
Am I gonna
You're
make it?
nervous. I don't have
Is this
anything.
it?
You know you don't have anything bad, but
Yeah.
you're still
Yeah,
nervous.
Is
but the
it?
thing is, you look and you see so many people get stopped for a traffic sign
Yes.
and end up in the morgue, right?
Right.
Yes.
I was just watching something today where 6 months ago this mother, her son went to a funeral, I think in North Carolina, and there was a shootout outside the church. So he jumped out of his car and was telling these ladies, go in the church. And someone in the church, a police officer in the church, shot him in the back
Oh
in the church.
wow.
And it's 6 months and they haven't heard anything.
Yes.
Wow.
You know, so
Sad.
you're really not safe.
No.
Yeah, and just looking at those things could give you anxiety.
It does.
It does. So many of us have it
I don't know
too.
why America did a lot of guns.
It's a violent country. It's a violent country.
It was built on
It's
violence.
violent. See,
Yeah,
it-
because of they
peace-
create the gun. It's
Yeah,
supposed to be
but-
violent. They should control the guns.
Yeah.
There will be no violence.
They don't want to control
Control the
guns.
gun, control the knife.
That's
want
not
control.
happening.
They don't want
That's
control.
not
That's
happening.
how it
See,
was
control.
built.
See, control means peace.
Yeah.
And they can't live in a peaceful society. You understand? Because they'll be easily dominated. Everybody come in and dominate them. So they have to have a hostile environment where everybody's fighting. Nobody looks at what they do.
Because they're up
You
here
see what I'm
doing
saying?
something
They're
real,
hiding.
just taking.
So everybody
Taking,
down here is
taking.
fighting. Nobody's looking up saying, "Oh, you're the enemy." They think like down here, no, you're the enemy. You know, give me mine like this. They never look. This is the enemy.
Enemy,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they like the guns to shoot.
They have to
the
keep it
thing
that
is,
way.
America was built on violence.
On
Remember,
violence,
they went there, they killed off all the native people. Then after enslavement was over, only the white people were allowed to carry a gun. If it was black and you had a knife,
Yeah.
they would arrest you. You couldn't even carry a knife if it was black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, the headhunters would, it's,
The same in the Gambia, just different terminologies.
yeah,
Colonization.
exactly.
Yeah.
You come in, you take the country over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't
say-
even. You couldn't even look at a cop like this.
It's a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, people don't
What
know.
you? Why are you looking at me like that?
yeah.
You can't
So,
do
sister,
that.
let me ask you.
That's not
what?
democracy in US then.
Yeah,
Then
democratic.
It's a fake democracy.
Yes. Now you know.
That's not
What did you just say?
Now
It's
you
a
know.
what?
It's a fake democracy.
Now
they
you
have
know.
in
Yeah.
US. That's not
Now you know.
democracy. It's
Now
not
you know.
Yeah.
Mommy, what made you pick Gambia? Had you been to any other countries on the African continent?
No, I haven't.
So what made you say?
So this is real funny. Last year I came to Gambia because the year before in December my pressure got so high.
No.
Your
and
pressure?
yeah.
From the stress.
Right, and I got to the hospital. So a friend of mine sent me a blog from Blackset. So I've been watching it.
Okay.
So my daughter, she said, "Mommy, you know that woman you've been watching? Why don't you get in touch with her and go to the Gambia?"
Right.
So I got in touch with Juliet, and I said, "Hey, you know, I want to come to the Gambia." So that's how I got here.
Okay.
So last year I came
Wow.
for the month, and I stayed with them.
Got you.
And I really liked it. I went around. I went to Senegal. I did
Got you.
That's
tourist
good.
thing.
So did you buy land back then, or you bought it this
Yeah, I
time?
bought it back then. Because,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Got you
Yeah, because
then.
we're building like a city, you know.
Oh, you're building a city
No,
too?
I said not me, but Black City.
Oh, okay then. Got
Yeah.
you there. Okay then.
Yeah,
Got
but
you then.
that's how I got here, and
Okay.
I feel like Gambia is similar to Jamaica. It's
Mm-hmm.
quiet. People are always smiling, and it's an opportunity. There's so many opportunities here.
Mhm.
Definitely
Because
right.
you know, if I was in the U.S. and the qualifications that I have, I would have been rich.
It is what it is.
So unfortunately, you know, I told my daughter, I said, look, I'm just tired of being frustrated,
Right.
struggling. And now with COVID, you're locked up in the house.
Right.
You're gonna go crazy being locked up.
So how does your family feel about you coming here?
Oh, my daughters.
Mom, you're leaving us.
No, well, my little daughter is away all the time at school. She teaches.
This is the one that watched Ricky. You
yeah,
say.
she's the one that tell me why don't I get in touch with the woman and go to Gambia.
Okay. But
She's
you.
an explorer.
That's not the one. You how many daughters you
I
have?
have 4.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 2.
I thought she said 2 also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You
I have
said
4.
something. One that watched Ricky. My daughter.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 23.
Okay,
Okay.
23.
Youngest.
Yeah, she's the youngest.
Oh, okay,
And then I
okay,
have a middle one, and I have one that I adopted from Dominican Republic.
okay.
Adopted one was like 25,
Oh, okay.
and then I have another.
Wow. So you adopted one from the Democratic Republic of
No,
Congo?
well, she from DR.
Dominican.
Dominican
The
Republic.
Republic.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha,
Yeah.
She was in New York, but you know somehow, you know, as people of color, you help people out,
Right.
and then you know you become either auntie or mommy.
I
Right?
got you. No problem.
We're all the same.
Yeah,
that's right.
exactly. But it's really nice being in the Gambia.
That's good,
All
man.
People
right,
are
well,
honest, you know.
well, we thank you for taking time to come out here and visit us at Black Acres of the Gambia.
Thank you, guys.
Is there anything
Alright.
that you guys want to say before we wrap it up? Because I know y'all got to go.
Yeah, it's
Anything
a nice
you wanna
place.
say?
We're so happy to see you.
Thank
Nice
you,
to visit
thank you.
Definitely. It's a
Thank
good
you.
place.
Yeah. And
You know where we are coming anytime.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I really like what you guys are doing because in order for you to determine your destiny, you really have to own your ideas, your thoughts, your land. And, you know, I'm sure in America you couldn't be able to own any land.
Exactly.
So why
You can
not-
own it, but you won't guarantee keep it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everyone is coming to the motherland to buy land. So why not us? This is our continent.
Let
Yeah.
all you come back. Come back to Africa. We're all from Africa.
That's
come
right.
back. All the black America, Jamaica, anywhere in the world. Come back to Africa.
Yes.
You're from here.
It's time to
You
come
belong
as
to
a
here, then you
unity,
can come
build.
back. It's time to come
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm really glad I came by.
Well,
We're
are
glad
too,
you
man.
came
And
too.
we come by
And thank your daughter for telling you to get over here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
decided to come, you know,
Yeah.
because some people are scared and say, oh, I don't, you know, I watch the movies, but, you know, you took
The
it on
thing
faith
is-
like we did and said,
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out with my
Well,
own
I've been a
eyes.
Pan-Africanist since I was a teenager.
Ah,
I mean, I
okay.
grew up in Jamaica, you know.
Yeah,
it's,
there you
it's
go.
hard not to.
It's right there.
Hard
Yes.
to
Right there.
be and all these
Yeah.
Jamaican, they're
folks,
freedom
right?
fighters.
But thank you guys. Thank you. We really appreciate
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
We're going to see you guys later. Say bye to the
Yes.
Bag family.
Bye,
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
All right.
Okay. Now, on the way out.
Somebody